Yo, woke up Simple B is your boy P. You know what it is. Hit the subscribe button. Today, guys, we got a special episode. Let me introduce to you Malcolm Richardson. How we doing?
What's going on, man? Happy to be here.
Okay, so let's start right now. You're in Luxembourg. What
Yes,
team?
sir.
What's the name of the team?
The team is
And
called
this.
Amical Steinsel. Don't quote
Okay.
me on how to pronounce that.
No, no, no. I get that part now.
But
It's
yeah,
all good.
uh,
So, have the season started over there, or
yeah,
y'all in preseason mode?
yeah. We actually we started pretty early, honestly. Well, from what I'm used to, we started.
Yeah.
First game was September 20th,
Okay,
so
okay,
we're
yeah,
about
that's
5 games in right now.
okay. How has it been so far in the season?
It's been smooth. Um, we started off pretty good. We're 3-2 now. We also played a cup game. We won our cup game, so we're progressing in that. I've been sick the last like week and a half, so I haven't been playing like amazing, but I've been playing well enough for us to be like competitive and successful. So it's been good.
Yeah, I mean, your point guard, man. They
Yeah,
gonna need you out there no matter what. Like,
yeah. So I've been having to thug it. I've been having to thug it.
so, what's the name of the cup? Or what type of cup is it y'all playing?
So like you're familiar with it. Every league has like you play the regular season, and you play some cup games. I don't know
Yeah,
specifically the
exactly.
name of the cup, but I know we got to win like 4 games in order for us to play in the finals. So we played
Okay,
one last week. We got another one the following week against the team from the second division out here, and then two more. We're in the final. So
okay, cool. But it's national, or is it
yeah,
some?
yeah, it's national.
Um,
It's
okay,
national.
okay. Alright, cool. I mean, some cups, I mean, can be like, especially when if you
Yeah,
are in a country like Luxembourg, y'all might have, some teams from Germany or France,
yeah.
like,
I heard they
neighbor.
get down like that out here. Yeah.
Exactly. So that's why I ask. But cool. So let's go back. Yeah, let's go from where it started. You're from Philadelphia. How was it growing up in Philadelphia basketball
Yeah, man, it was tough. It
culture?
was tough. I actually my high school was just outside the city, but it wasn't until like I started going to like Rex and just pick up ball in the city that I really got like the grittiness and the toughness that I ultimately needed to become like a better player. I
Yeah.
played pretty high level high school basketball. My high school was ranked like top 25 in the country at one point.
What's the name of the high school?
It's
Sorry.
called Penwood High School in
Okay.
Lansdowne, PA.
I think I heard of it, actually.
Yeah, we were in about. I graduated in 2012, 2008, 2009. We won a state championship. 2009, 2010, we lost in the state semifinals. Then my junior year, we were like top 10 in the country, and that's when I really started to like play more. My junior year. So
Yeah.
I had to wait my turn because we were so good when we were young, and I was like sort of like
Yeah,
a late
yeah,
bloomer.
exactly. Yeah, that's a top school. Exactly. So sorry. So
Yeah,
how do you get through that? Because it is a, I mean, now we're going way back, but still, I mean, it's a bold choice to make because you have to wait maybe a
right,
year or two for
right.
your time. So how is that process?
It's in the moment it seems tough. When you're a kid, you
Yeah,
just want to play. But looking
exactly.
back on it, like all that stuff was the sitting and the waiting was like necessary because even in the sitting and the waiting, you're not just sitting there. You're working on your game, right?
Yeah, yeah, for sure.
And being able to go against people who were of that caliber at that time, it was better for my game, and I got to learn a
Yeah.
lot. I got to develop, and it helped. It served its purpose.
Okay. Cool. Cool. So, but when you play in these top ranked schools,
Mhm.
is it almost like a guarantee that you're gonna get a D1 offer?
No, 'cause I
Basically.
went D2, so
Oh yeah, yeah, exactly.
yeah.
That's what I
So,
want to hear. So how exactly? What school? What school? What's the name of the D2 school you
so
went
coming out
to?
of high school, I went to two different colleges, both were D2, both were in the same
Yeah.
conference. The first school was called East Stroudsburg University.
Yes,
Um,
that's right.
My freshman year, they won the conference and they were ranked again. And then my sophomore year, they we won the conference again and we were ranked again that year. So
Okay.
I went from a situation to sitting and then playing and then high school. And then when I got to college, I had to sit again and kind of wait my turn again. We had All Americans, we had good players, So
Yeah.
it was good. After that, I transferred to another Division two school called Slippery Rock in Pittsburgh, or just
Yeah.
outside of
Exactly.
Pittsburgh. Um, and I played a lot more there. We weren't as successful team wise, but individually, I was more successful, and my game got to take a different step going forward. So
Yeah, exactly. Because at the end of the day, you have to sit. I mean, we're talking about age of 18, 19. You gotta look, come off the bench, and then.
right.
So it is important. I mean, at least you. I mean, so was that the reason that you transferred, or was it
Yeah,
just?
I was. I'm not gonna lie. I was a
Yeah.
knucklehead my freshman year. I was. It was a
Yeah.
culture shock for me too. I came from a school where it was like predominantly black folks, and then I get to a school
Yeah.
where it's like 70% white folks, and then different
Oh,
races
yeah.
all around.
That's
So it was
different.
like a culture shock, and I got my freshman year. I kind of got caught up in some of that. I got better my sophomore year, but I still wasn't playing like as much as I thought that I could.
Yeah.
So that kind of led to like the transfer. Um, but like I
Okay.
said, ultimately it was the best decision for me going forward.
No, but that's cool. But what I'm surprised is maybe that just apply for the D1 level, but
Mhm.
transferring, are you not
Mhm.
supposed to be sitting up basically redshirt a year when you transfer, or is that just for D1 at the
Nah,
time?
it
Because
is.
that was around 2013, 14, if I'm right.
Yeah, yeah. So it was a thing, but in that time you needed like you had to get like a signature from the head coach of the school that you're leaving from that
Oh,
basically signs off that says like, okay, this
okay.
player can play. Some
So you can
coaches,
be an asshole, basically,
yeah.
and not.
And I'm not gonna lie, like some coaches are assholes. Like they'll be like, okay, well, I'll let you transfer and you can play right away, but you can't transfer to any school in this conference or
Exactly.
any school on this side of the conference, which is what
Yeah.
my coach did. And so I just ended up transferring to a school on the other side of the conference. So
Okay.
yeah, so
It's sad. I mean, it's dope. I mean, it worked out, but it's like, yo,
right,
you got it. You
yeah,
put in a young man's life like this,
in your
basically.
hands, right,
Yeah, just because of at the end of the day, it's competition.
exactly, exactly.
So, but I get it. I get it. I mean, business, business. Okay, so exactly, your second year. Yeah, I mean, you had great numbers. Like I can tell. I mean, of course, I haven't watched a full game, but I watched
Mhm.
highlights and stuff like that. Watching stats, I can tell you're one of the true point guards out there,
Yeah,
if we can put it that way, which is low key dying today, man. But that's
yeah,
another
yeah,
discussion. But
yeah.
you're still one of them. So after your senior year, did you
Mhm.
have this, or maybe in your senior year, before your senior year, a weird question I ask some of my guests? Because you're in the States.
Right,
Most of us, I mean, 99% of us spoke to are aspiring to go to the NBA when you start playing
right,
basketball.
right.
And yes, but then you're in college, all of a sudden, do you have that moment when you realize, oh, you know what? Maybe I should go through that.
Yeah,
Maybe let me just go through the overseas route, or let me just,
yeah,
or do you still? Some guys trying to, fight it through the G League route. Like,
yeah.
how was your situation?
My situation was like I had a lot of guys around me who had already played overseas basketball. Um,
Okay.
the school that I ended up transferring to, Slippery Rock, their
Yeah.
coach, well, he used to be like a FIBA agent, and he had been known to like get guys overseas. So
Okay.
transferring from my first D2 school to my second D2 school, that took a lot. That held like a lot of precedence for me. And because, like I said, I was around it. I was
Yeah.
around a lot of guys who had already played overseas, and me going through
Okay.
the D2 route and having not, because you can make it to. We all know you can make it to the NBA. You can make it to wherever, from wherever, if you're doing the right things in front of the right people, right?
Yeah.
Um, but at that point, I had to have like a coming to Jesus talk and be like, all right, look, you're not doing this and you're not doing that at this level. So,
Yeah.
what's the next best thing? And overseas was the next best thing. And having, like I said, a coach who already had connections, having played and been around and grew up with a lot of guys who were already in the overseas markets and things like that,
Yeah,
overseas kind of became like a reality for me after like my junior season. I was playing well, I was playing more. Going into my
yeah.
senior year, there was more expected from me, and I lived up to it the best that I could, and yeah, it led me to these opportunities.
Okay, I mean, no, that's dope. I mean, at the end of the day, I mean, it is better to go overseas than I don't know,
I think so
trying
too.
to go G League and get not get playing time and get playing time. So what I'm trying to find is after because you graduated, I guess 2016. So
2016.
16, 17, 17, 18. I can't find these 2 seasons. I
There
mean,
was nothing. There was nothing. I wasn't playing
okay, okay.
after
So
after I graduated college. I stayed in the gym. I stayed working out. But I
yeah,
wasn't. I didn't have an agent. I didn't have like teams calling my phone, and I had. Uh, I thought I would have support from my head coach, but he ended up getting fired from the school that I was at, and
okay,
then once that happened, he kind of went his own way. So after that, it was just
yeah.
like me on my own.
I
Um,
got
so after that, I ended up uh, a dude, a good friend of mine who was like also training me at the time. He had got
you.
an
Yeah,
opportunity to coach prep school in Florida, and I wasn't doing nothing in PA, so I kind of went down there with him, and I was helping him with that while also staying like in the gym. It kept me around
yeah,
basketball. It kept me
exactly.
like coaching. So that's what I did for about a year. Came back, was still working out, and then I finally got connected with a agent through Facebook, through craziest of things. Uh,
Yeah, I mean
and then I got
that's how it
opportunity.
works.
I got opportunity.
Okay, okay. So, hey, that's an interesting story, man. So basically,
Yeah.
I mean, you didn't sit on the couch for a year, but you basically missed a year
Right.
or almost 2 seasons
Yeah.
right after college, which is
Yeah.
not that usual.
Yeah.
But it is what it is. I mean that's life. At the end of the day,
Yeah.
you never know what it throws at you. So, okay. So I mean, so that agent basically, he's the one that got you to Portugal, right?
Yes, sir. Portuguese agent. His name was André.
Okay, so really, okay, so because I see your career is like, yeah, you really established in Portugal.
Yeah.
So, so you really establish yourself over there, which
Yeah.
is not that easy, to be honest.
It's not.
It's,
It's not.
it's not easy at all, to be honest, to even stay in one country for a season. I mean, for
Yeah.
those countries have to even
Yeah.
have you around, like you're really one of the big names out there, as I can see. So, okay, so sitting out 2 years,
Mhm.
this is a kind of it's a dope story. Sitting out 2 years, and then you get to Academica,
Yeah.
if I'm right. I don't know what's the name of the city, but yeah.
Yeah.
So how was that?
Man, it
Because
was
the basketball is different
yeah,
rules.
for sure. For
Oh,
sure. For
so
sure. It was different. The biggest thing was obviously, your first year anywhere that you go overseas, you got to adjust to the culture and the time difference and things like that. Um,
yeah, exactly. Right away.
that was that wasn't as challenging as I anticipated it would be, just because like the people in Portugal were just amazing. As soon as I got there, everybody was very hospitable, welcoming. They were like, do you need anything? People were showing up to my door with like food and stuff like that. So like they did a really good job of just like having open arms for me. So that kind of made getting into like the groove of things a lot easier. As far as
No,
basketball
that's my
goes,
favorite. It's a
yeah,
vacation spot. I'll let you know right now. So I
man,
get
Portugal is beautiful, man. I wasn't
different.
so the team that I was playing for is in Coimbra, Portugal, just like right in the middle of Portugal. So, you
Okay.
probably in Portugal, where have you been?
No, no, I've been to Lisbon and
Okay, well, even still,
outside the
Lisbon
city.
is beautiful. Lisbon is
Yeah.
beautiful. The city I was in is about 2 hours north of Lisbon.
Okay.
And it was cool. It was a nice city. It was a college city. It has like one of the oldest universities in Europe. So there was like things to like go out and
Okay.
do and see. Um, as far as basketball went, honestly, for me, I always say this, and people think I'm tripping, but overseas basketball, just like the rules and the spacing and stuff. Well, not maybe not the rules, but like the
Yeah.
spacing and the gameplay is a lot like college ball to me. Um,
Yeah,
it's
yeah, yeah,
just
makes sense.
the
Sure.
physicality and like the thinking is different just because guys have more experience playing. So
Yeah.
transitioning the basketball aspect of it wasn't that tough for me. The toughest thing was probably like just trying to learn a new position because I wasn't always a point guard. In college, I was like point guard slash shooting guard, more shooting
Yeah.
guard because I could score a little bit. So coming into the pros and learning how to be a true point guard, that was a process in itself. But it was good. I got the opportunity to do that with a team that was in the second league, and so I had
Yeah.
like freedom to make mistakes, but also like get better.
Okay, so they were in second league in Portugal. So Portugal
Yeah,
is not really known. I mean, it's known. I mean, it's attended, but not that they don't speak of it like Spain or let's say
right,
France.
right. Yeah.
But I know, but it's a good. It's still good
Yeah,
basketball.
yeah, yeah,
So that's why people get twisted sometimes with overseas. It's
yeah,
like,
yeah,
no, no, it's good, almost great basketball everywhere.
yeah. Especially in the top
And
league for sure.
yeah, and top league there exactly. So you got it. But now we're seeing the national team. Sometimes you need those national teams just to have some success, so people can
Right,
notice that.
exactly.
Okay, Portugal is actually a good. They got
Yeah,
great basketball over there.
they got
So
something going on.
Academica, you played there for 3 seasons.
Yes, sir.
Did you have any aspiration to go up to the top league, or are there
Yeah,
other teams that? How
for
was
sure.
exactly? It's described as the seasons, teams. How it was team
So,
wise.
so in different countries, obviously, you know this. Like different countries, depending on what league you go to, you're allowed to have a certain amount of Americans, right, or
Yeah.
import players. Second league in Portugal, you could only have two. Um, and then once you make the jump to the top league, you could have the max on your roster. You can have like six or seven. On game day roster, you have five.
Okay.
Um, So yeah, the club's goals were to get to the top league. My first year, we were like middle of the pack. My second year, we were playing well, and then my third year, COVID happened.
Oh
Um,
yeah, yeah, exactly. Yeah,
yeah,
I saw
we
that.
kind of got cut. We got cut in March, but we were like one of the top. We were one of the better teams in the second league at that time. So what they did was, um, COVID was like really bad March to even throughout this to probably like just before summer. That's when people could start going like outside again, right?
Yeah,
If I'm not
exactly.
mistaken.
Yeah, yeah,
Um, so what they did was like they took the top two teams, us, the team I was playing for, and then another team, and they did like a playoff type situation in like August.
yeah.
So we
Okay.
were training July, half of August. We were training to play this series. It was a best of three type thing. And we
Okay.
ended up beating that team to get the promotions to go to the top league. So that year, what's that, 1920, I think?
Yeah,
No, no, no.
1920.
Yeah, yeah. So then 2021, we got to we were in the top league, and it was good, man. Shoot.
Yeah, I mean, listen. From going from actually that this is unfortunate college situation you had, and now
Yeah,
you're actually bringing, making history, bringing
right.
clubs from second division to first in one of the tougher second leagues in Europe, basically.
Yeah,
Now that's
for sure.
what a turnaround, by the way. So I can see why your name was so established uh, in Portugal. So exactly. So you played 1 year. How was the first year at the top with
It
Academic? How
was
did it go?
good. The first year was good. The first like 5 or 6 games, I was going like crazy.
Yeah.
Then teams started to see that like a lot of the offense, a lot of like the game period was like funneled through me. So I started getting double
Yeah.
teamed. A lot of my numbers started to like average out a little bit. But it was still overall like it was a successful year for me. And we ended up staying. We ended up playing in like another play in situation. That's how they did it this year
Yeah.
for whatever reason. Whereas like the last, being a team that comes up from the second league, like our budget wasn't that crazy.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Yeah. For sure.
you deal with that. And then it's almost expected that you're going to be one of the lower teams. But we were like, I think at that time, I think we were in like eighth place, eighth or ninth place, and like the top
Okay.
eight go to playoffs. And I think we just missed the eighth. place by like a game or so. So then we were in ninth, and then ninth, 10th, 11th, and 12th, they do like a play out series.
Yeah,
Um,
exactly.
and we ended up playing in that and beating the team to stay in the league. So it was a crazy year, up and down year. But ultimately it ended with the club's goals, being accomplished, and then my individual goals being accomplished, which was just to play at a higher level and be successful.
Okay, okay, cool. No, but yeah, I mean, that's what it comes. I mean, that's what matters. I
Right.
mean, of course, we need you to keep your job at the same time.
Right.
So you don't have basically this. So your overseas experience has actually been, I mean,
Crazy.
amazing to be honest. So when compared to, I mean, the average player that,
Right.
I mean, we all, I mean, shit. For me, listen, I'm not American, but at least playing a pro before,
Mhm.
been under the pressure of, I don't know, you
Mhm.
probably faced it over there while you survived it, where hey, oh, if I don't deliver this game, I might
I'd be
ship
on that
home,
next flight home. Facts.
so,
Facts.
stuff like that. So, but it sounds like you beat all those adversities, if I could put it that way. So, okay, so then the Galitos FC,
hmm They
how did
were
that come up?
they
How
were
did you get?
actually so um Galitos was the team that we beat to stay in the league. So since we beat them,
Okay,
they got put down to the second league.
okay,
But the reason I ended up going to them and back to the second league was the there was an issue with like the board of directors for Academica. They had like a huge budget cut.
okay.
Mind you, I already wasn't making great money from there to start.
Yeah, yeah,
Um, so they ended up changing coaches as well, and it was just a lot going on that led to me like leaving. I would have stayed honestly if they would have kept the coach and the money would have been like a little better. I didn't even need $3,000-4,000 more, but just something like a little
yeah,
bit better.
exactly.
But they couldn't. So I ended up going to Galitos, playing there, and we had a good year there too. We had a good year
Yeah.
there.
Okay, now but that's okay. So then basically, yeah, yeah. I mean, you back in the second, but I mean, there is
Mhm.
no fall off. I mean, at the end of the day, it's like you said, it's business.
Right,
Gotta do what
right.
you gotta do. So you the Oliveirense, I don't know how to pronounce it, but
Yeah.
which division are they in?
Oliveirense's top league. That's back to the
Okay.
top. And they're one of the in Portugal you have Porto, Benfica, and
Yeah.
now Sporting recently, who are like the top three teams. They have like the
Yeah.
biggest budget. They play in the international games and stuff like that. And then after them you have Oliveirense, Vitoria. Those are other teams, Immortal, other teams who are usually like in the middle pack.
Yeah.
Um, so yeah,
Okay.
Oliveirense was a good club.
How was it going back to? I mean, now yeah, basically from Galitos and going back to Oliveirense.
Man, it was going into it like I was super excited.
Yeah,
Opportunity to play back in the top league. Oliveirense is a club that has like history. Maybe a year, the year before I got to Portugal, they won the entire league in the top league, and then
okay,
my first year they won the league again. So
okay.
they were one of the clubs who was like respected, and it was a good club. So I was excited going into it. And then throughout the year, it was just crazy. I signed to the club really, really late. We
Yeah,
started preseason, I think it was like August 24th or 25th, we started preseason practice. I didn't sign until like August 10th. And then I was on a flight the
okay.
following week. So, yeah, it was
Yeah, you were in the waiting game.
right. And I was in a waiting game. And then when I got there, the head coach, you know how like when you get to a club, or you get to a new team. I don't know if this is like a thing for most coaches, but my
Yeah,
experience is like this. Like coaches will have like individual meetings with each player just to go over like expectations, your role, things like that.
yeah, all that.
Um, Come that time with me and this coach from Oliveirense, the very first I'll never forget this. The very first thing the coach says to me was like, okay, I know you signed late, so I'm gonna start like this. I have no idea who you are or what you can do, but this is what I want you to do. and it was basically just like come in, play defense, and just like give energy. So I was like, on
Yeah.
one end, I was like, damn, like you signed me, but you didn't know who I was. And then on the other end, I was like, all right, cool. You know, if that's the role you want me to play, I'll come in, I'll
Yo, this
play, I'll
nigga.
give, I'll do what the team needs. I'll do
Exactly.
what the team needs. So yeah, then that was probably my most difficult season mentally. Um, there was times where there were games I didn't play. There were
Yeah.
moments in the season where the coach brought in other players at my same position just because he was looking for stuff to work. I guess we had one of
Yeah.
our American players have a really bad injury, had him out for the season, and then that also kind of influenced him bringing in different guys. And it was like up and down. Like I said, it was a point where I thought I was going to go home.
Yeah.
Um,
Okay. It was one of those seasons. Right?
yeah, it was tough. But it ended good. It ended good. We ended up still making playoffs, and over the course of the season, I eventually became a starter. I was starting in playoffs. We lost in semifinals, I believe. Or first quarterfinals, we lost to another team that was in the middle of the pack, another good team. Um, but yeah, it ended a lot better than it started.
Okay, that but hey, listen, that's what it is. I mean, you never know when you're
Yeah,
signing for these clubs,
for
especially.
sure.
I mean, you gonna sign. I mean, if the deals looks fine, I mean, it's
Yeah,
not like you gonna question like, yo, what would my role be? You know what
right,
I'm
right,
saying?
right.
Like, I mean, that's. I mean, you have to be so. I mean, that if it's like if you're a top EuroLeague point guard, then you can talk about how your role
Right.
should be. But even
Right.
though, even that, it's not. I
Even
don't even
then,
think they
yeah,
could
like, and then
see
I feel
see how
like
they.
there's also an
Yeah,
expectation for like import players. Like as an import player, like
yeah,
like all right, they're not signing me for no reason, right?
yeah, exactly.
So you have an idea, but coming into that situation and having an idea, and then that idea being completely turned around was crazy.
Nah, because exactly. I mean, if they don't, I mean, you are expecting one way or another, bro. You just gotta get them W's, no matter what.
Exactly.
I mean, no
Yeah.
matter what role he
Exactly.
give you or whatever it
Exactly.
is. But you, I mean, and exactly, and from what I can see, I mean, looks like. But you look comfortable. I mean, like watching highlights. I mean, highlights is always highlights, but at the end of the
Right.
day,
Right.
as a also a player that understands basketball, you always look like you can find your role or your way easy when you're on the court,
Yeah.
especially because you still have that true point guard.
Yeah.
I mean, game basically philosophy, mindset, IQ, all that. So, and he couldn't couldn't take that away from you because I
Yeah.
saw the numbers drop, but I saw it picked up too. But
Yeah.
when it comes to that season, I just saw some stats from game to game. But I guess that's why you. So, 23. Uh, who Abo ABC Santo Andrea.
Yeah.
Is that
That's another team that's in the second league. So I went like up, down, up, down, up, down for a lot throughout Portugal.
okay? No, but
Yeah.
at least you're in the same country, right?
Yeah,
So,
yeah, yeah. And I was comfortable there. I like Portugal a lot. I like Portugal a
yeah.
lot.
So
VSA, Centro André, there's another team. They have an interesting story, honestly.
yeah,
They're a team that started off in like the third or fourth division in Portugal. And every single year since or maybe
yeah.
like 2 years after they initially created the
The
club,
club, yeah.
they went up in league every year.
Okay,
So like they were like making a push to go to the top league,
yeah,
and they had like the budget to do it. They had just got a different sponsor. They got a new coach. They were trying to build like a new, culture there.
yeah,
And I was like, cool, I can be a part of that.
yeah,
I
yeah,
was one
for
of the
sure.
older guys, if not the oldest guy on the team. So it was like a position where, yeah, we still want you to do, the things that you've done in other clubs before, but we also want you to like mentor as well. So that
Yeah,
stepping into that role was different, but it wasn't uncomfortable. And the kids, the younger guys that I played with, they were really good. And after the year that they played with me, everybody went on to get jobs somewhere else. And that was like one of my
okay,
like biggest
nice.
goals. Like obviously I want to win, but at the same time, you guys are
Yeah,
young,
yeah,
getting your career started. I want you guys to leave this season better players, and I think they
yeah,
did.
yeah, for sure. No, no, just that. I mean, that's more worth than a championship sometimes, man.
Yeah, yeah, for sure, for sure. We lost in
So
the semifinals that year Semifinals of
Okay.
the playoffs that year. We lost. I got hurt.
Okay. Oh, damn.
Yeah,
You
nothing
did.
like crazy. I like rolled my ankle, but it was like enough
Yeah.
where like I was like couldn't move how like I wanted to move going
Yeah.
forward. So,
Okay. And then Galitos, was that that was the top, right? That
yeah.
your last
So yeah,
season.
Galitos. We lost to Galitos in the semifinals, and they ended up winning. So like in Portugal, if you in the second league, if you win the regular season championship, you get the automatic promotion
Yeah.
to the top league, and then you go through playoffs, and if you win playoffs, you get the second promotion.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
Galitos had won the regular season that year, so they got the automatic one. And then yeah, after we lost to them, I ended up signing with them, having already had like culture or like history with
Yeah.
them like,
Exactly.
before they knew me, I knew them. Yeah, it was like it worked.
Yeah, that's a no-brainer, I guess. Especially, you know, at this point, you know your way around.
Right,
Basically, I can imagine
right,
the cities. I mean, or the region almost sounds like.
right.
So,
That was right outside
okay.
of Galitos was right outside of Lisbon, actually.
Oh, it is.
Yeah,
Yeah, I gotta check it out. Maybe travel, watch a game. That's something I'll be planning to do more now since I'm doing this platform just to go watch
that's what's up.
European basketball because in Norway, man, this basketball is terrible. But yeah, that's another
Is it
story.
really?
Yeah, I mean, it used to be a lot better,
Yeah.
but I don't know, maybe this last 2 3 years. Or let me put it this way: I mean, you have 10 teams,
Mm-hmm.
but you got four in Oslo, which is the main capital, right? So
Mm-hmm.
4 or 5 teams here. And for me, in my opinion, the four teams over here in the main capital, they
Mm-hmm.
don't they're not trying to spend no money. So if you're not spending money, the
You're
level
never
is
gonna
not
have good
gonna be
quality. Yeah.
exactly. But then if you go to the other cities, basically they're still keeping that standard.
Mm-hmm.
But overall, that the level drops.
Yeah.
So that's what happened this last 2 years, and but it is what it is. Well, I played last year.
Mm-hmm.
Actually retired in December. But yeah, I mean it was all
Okay.
right for me. I don't complain. I mean I feel like yeah, I got I get to still get to play against the top leagues, all
You
that.
know.
So you know how it is. So yeah, but I'm saying so. Yeah, I gotta travel to if I want to see great basketball. That's what it feels like at this point. But at the same time, it's like if you go to Serbia, bro, I don't even think you'll be able to see a
Man,
game, bro. It's the
facts because they're
environment is
so
so
crazy. Shoot. I was just talking to
exactly.
somebody the other day about Serbian basketball, man. It's crazy over
Yeah,
there.
no, it's unbelievable. What I've
Yeah.
even the outside game. I don't know what it is, but it's just I've been seeing something on Instagram. It's like I don't know
Mhm.
if it's an exhibition game outside, and that thing
That
look.
Partisan played in, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I
That
seen
looked
that.
better than NBA Finals.
Man, it looked ridiculous out there. I'm like, dang, man. So I'm missing out on shoot.
I ain't no basketball. I love basketball, but damn.
Right. Right.
I love
Outside?
the yeah, that's a whole other level. So okay, so yeah, where were we? Yeah, you went back to
Deletions.
Galitos. Yes,
Yeah.
exactly. So and but you did you get end up getting hurt that season because I saw that you played at least the regular season. It looked like you played less games than
So last year in Portugal,
yeah.
they had a change in government. So that
Oh,
means that like the paperwork that you needed to be able to play was like different.
oh yeah, that
Unfortunately,
happens.
the club that I played for, Galitos, they were kind of like behind the eight ball on that,
Yeah.
and they just didn't know like what all was needed. So the first like 2 or 3 games I couldn't play just because I was waiting on paperwork. Um,
Damn. Oh yeah, that's tough.
so yeah, yeah.
That's
It was
tough.
it was it was tough. And
Okay,
then
that's all.
getting after that, you miss a couple games. You're still practicing and whatnot, but like it's different
Yeah,
practicing and playing in a game. So after
for
that, it was
sure.
about like finding, my rhythm again
Yeah,
and like a game situation, not only for myself but like with my teammates too. So
yeah.
yeah,
Okay, and how did it go for the team?
that was
Playing
another
with
year that started off crazy but ended better than it started. That
yeah.
season had like everything happen. In December, the coach quit. Um, they
Oh,
they sent like one. They sent a guy home. and ended up bringing in a new guy. And like the new coach came in like January, and when he came, we started playing like better. Like we
Yeah.
started playing different. The energy was just different. Then the dude that they bought in, he was balling. He was like top five in the league in scoring. He ends up getting
Okay.
bought out by a team in like Poland.
Oh,
Uh,
damn. Yeah, because I saw you went on a streak, actually. I can
yeah,
see
yeah.
that.
We won like 8, 9 games in a row. Like we were playing really
Yeah.
well. We were playing well. Then he leaves. Our first game we lose, but then after that, like we still keep like
The level.
after you lose your leading scorer, everybody
Yeah,
has to
yeah.
step up,
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
So it's one of those things where it's like people either gonna step up or they gonna piss the bed, and everybody
True.
for real stepped up for us. I That vacancy that he left opened the doors for myself to score more. I had another Portuguese younger guard who's really good now. He plays for Sporting now. He started to play
Okay.
a lot better. Our other Americans, it just started to open up for everybody else, and everybody
Yeah,
stepped into it. We all been working out, getting up shots. It's just
exactly.
when you got somebody who averaging what he was averaging, the ball got to go to him, right? So
Exactly.
when he left, everybody was just like, "Oh, okay, so this is what basketball looks like again." we kind of got to we kind of got
Yeah.
to like play more free and more open, and I think it helped us going forward.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I see it now. I saw the numbers. Actually, I can tell because I can see how you looked on the streak and all that, and after how you picked up. so,
Yeah, it was crazy.
so
It was crazy.
okay, but now, so you, I mean, you're basketball. I mean, see, now we just it feels like everything being I mean, flowers and shit. But
Yeah,
you have to actually overcome. It is a crazy situation coming from where you came from to
yeah, yeah.
sitting first 2 years in D2, and then exactly then you transferring. Then I guess it worked out individually, and then you have to find your way.
Mhm,
2 years being
mhm.
out,
Yeah,
most teams or leagues are not even interested in players that have
exactly.
seen out 1 year, and you set out two,
Mm-hmm.
and now you all of a sudden started bringing team up to top leagues. Like,
Yeah,
yeah,
man.
that's different. That's a
Yeah, it
different
was a
story, man.
process for
I
sure.
never heard anything like this, man. It's crazy, actually.
To be
Respect,
honest, like I
respect.
wouldn't have had the confidence I would have had in it had it not been for a friend of mine who plays. He had like a similar come up
Yeah,
as that I did. He was a lot better than I was in high school, but he was also like a
okay,
late bloomer.
yeah,
He went to the first school that I went to. So like we grew up together basically. And then after
okay,
that, he coming out of college, he didn't have no deal his first year. And then the second year, he gets like an opportunity somewhere. He plays well, and then slowly but surely he just builds his way up. Now he's playing in top league Brazil,
okay,
making great money, playing at a
yeah,
great level. Like he's doing well. And I kind of like just stuck to that. I would talk to him all the time. Like I said, I met my agent through
yeah,
Facebook. He would tell me that like he would join like Facebook groups, like basketball Facebook groups, and each and every day he would be sending out like emails just with his resume, reposting
yeah,
his resume on those Facebook sites and whatnot. And I copy and pasted. I did the exact same thing.
yeah. Okay,
Um, and yeah,
that's dope. No, that's a great story. And then, so what made you decide, or maybe it wasn't up to you like that, but
Mhm.
to now go to Luxembourg after
I wanted to
your,
stay in Portugal. Honestly, come the
yeah,
summertime, I changed. At first, I changed agents. I ended up
yeah,
getting a new agent, and he's based in the Belgium area, so that's like right
okay,
around
okay,
here.
yeah, yeah, exactly,
Um,
makes sense.
and I wanted to. The goal was to honestly stay in Portugal, but I wanted to stay and make a little bit better money.
Yeah,
And there was just no clubs who wanted to offer me that. Even Galitos, um, they were actually talking about offering me less than I was making the year before, and I was like, "There's no
yeah,
way I'm going to do that."
exactly,
So, Luxembourg came about because, like I said, my agent is Belgian and he has connections over in this way. And then also the team that I play for now, the coach is Portuguese. Um,
okay,
so, like, it just kind of like
great
connected.
connection. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, no, but that's a great. I mean, then this makes full sense that you actually
Right.
went there. So now and then now you're already 5 games in. You
Yeah.
guys are 3-2.
Hmm.
I mean, yeah. I mean, everything is looking great. So listen, I think to be honest, it's yeah. I mean, I never heard of a story like this, and I really there's a lot of respect, and I hope some of my Simpleebball subscribers will actually listen to it and actually,
Yeah,
yeah, they will definitely, because they will definitely get something out of it. That's why I do this, because I
yeah,
know when I started this interview thing,
mhm,
my first I was okay. Who should I interview? Why? And then it became, you know what? Let me just speak to guys that played import roles,
mhm.
but number one, Americans, because I mean, if you don't go to NBA, it's like nobody really appreciates some Americans
Right,
that actually play
right.
outside
Yeah,
NBA. Even the EuroLeague guys don't even
yeah.
get some. People don't even know them, right?
Facts.
And so, and your story is always crazy, man. It's like
Yeah,
you know. So, and this is one of the craziest I actually heard. Like, you know, come that this is from nothing to something. Definitely, we're talking
exactly.
basketball, right? So
Exactly.
exactly what it is.
Exactly, man.
So no, a lot of respect and no, we really oh, no, it's a bro. I'm a little shocked, but of course I get it. You know, as a hooper, I understand.
Right.
You know the psychology part of yeah, trying to stay sane. Or you know, just working out for 2 years, not
Yeah,
knowing, you know, if you ever will play for a team. You know,
yeah,
stuff like that. People don't get it.
yeah.
But just working out for a summer in August, you're stressing out like, yo, who's gonna,
Right,
you know, where I'm gonna land, you know what I'm saying?
right,
So you
right.
actually had to do that for 2 years. That's amazing. But I really a lot of respect for you to actually get it through it. And shout out to your boy to shit, you know,
Man,
doing the work.
tell you, big part of it. I talk to him as often
Yeah.
as I can, man. And I bring that up all the time, bro. It's crazy.
No, man. So listen, I think if we have everything, we're not gonna, you know, have to prolong this interview. But it's been great talking to you. And listen, I'm gonna keep tabs and I'm gonna follow your season for sure. And we can
Appreciate
definitely
that.
come back in the future when the platform is bigger,
Yeah,
because this
man.
story, more of your stories have to be out there. This is
Yeah.
exactly why. This is basketball right here. This is the
Fact.
real overseas, you know,
Grind.
career. How we can
Yeah.
look, you know, going
Yeah.
top league, second league, top league, second league, all that still staying, you know, in shape and rhythm. Nah, man, it's been great.
Yeah.
So to the subscribers, yo, hit the subscribe button, share this interview for sure, and let's thank Malcolm for joining us.
Hey, man. Thank you for having me, bro. It's a blessing to be able to share this story. Hopefully, like you said, somebody sees it and they get motivated, man.
Yes, man. All right, peace.